Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to my brand new channel and welcome to my brand new series on American Truck Simulator. My name is Justice Fist and my goal here is to bring you HD gaming videos, hopefully daily, starting with American Truck. This series is for you if you love American Truck and you just want to watch some American Truck videos. Maybe you don't have time to play right now for whatever reason. Welcome. You're welcome. And also, for those of you who are not familiar with American Truck, I will be explaining the game as we go because we are starting from the very beginning. Um, I know if you're like me, you've heard of American Truck and you're like, ooh, I don't know. That's the kind of thing that I would be into. Well, I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun, and I'm gonna explain why as we go. But my goal right now is just to get right into some gameplay. You know what I mean? So I've spared you the character creation. You know, you name your driver, you pick your picture, you name your company, and pick your logo. I've spared you the tutorial. There's a skippable tutorial that you can do, and after the tutorial, there's also a sort of introductory job, which I feel is like an extension of the tutorial. In this profile that I made for this series, for example, it was like 5 minutes, not even worth recording. So here we are at the very beginning, how you would start after you've done all that. Before we get started, quick disclaimer, I'm going to try to keep my swearing to a minimum. I do apologize if I do swear occasionally. It's kind of part of my vocabulary. I'm trying to work it out of my vocabulary because I am a dad and my 18-month-old son is starting to repeat some of the stuff I say. I'm pretty sure he said, "oh shit," the other day. Well, it sounded like "ah yet," but he dropped his ball and he said what Dad says all the time when he does stupid things. So we're going to try to curb that, but certainly not anything malicious or discriminant or racist, anything like that. I'm not like that at all. And if I ever do come off that way, I do apologize because that is not my goal. My goal here is to bring quality HD gaming videos. We are recording in 1080p at 60 FPS on ultra high graphics. So that's what we're all about here. Okay, so I do want to talk about American Truck, why I like it, how I play it, and all of that, but we'll do that when we get on the road. So, for those of you that are not familiar, when you start, you can see here, it's sort of like an RPG almost, in that you go up levels. We are level 0, we have all of 9 experience points, and we have about $1,900 in the bank, which is nothing, right? And so, our short-term goal, just to get it out there, is to buy our own truck and start freelancing, right? Because there's going to be more money in that, but also there's going to be more cost attached to that because we have to then bear the cost of maintenance and fuel and all that. But we'll get into that in due time. What we need to do is get out on the road and start making money. So we click here on job market, and it brings this up. See, this is not an option. We do not have our own equipment. So we're gonna have to hire, just work for the man. We're just gonna have to grind it out for a bit. So that's what we're gonna do. And so this brings up your list of available jobs. You can sort them however you like here. But we're going for price because, like I said, we want to buy our own truck. And in order to do that, we need to stockpile as much money as possible. So, we want the best paying jobs. Now, here's the thing. There's the overall amount that you're going to get, and then there's the price per mile. Now, sometimes the overall price will be lower and the price per mile will be higher, not in this case, but I'm just saying. And in that case, I would still go for just the overall. Like, we're all about the bottom line right now, right? So this is what we're gonna do now. This game was just updated last week. New patch 1.28, I think, and it adds like road train trailers. And the reason why I'm saying that right now, I was going to talk about that later, but look at this icon here, articulated trailer. Now, I've played some American Truck. I have another profile where I have my own truck and that. But this update is brand spanking new, and it looks like we're going to get to try it on my very first Let's Play video of American Truck. So this should be interesting because I haven't driven these trailers. Certainly don't know how to park them. This is going to get strange. So anyway, to hell with it. Let's do it, right? So, 18 tons of furniture from Tucson, Arizona to Ehrenberg, Arizona. This trip is 245 miles and estimated 6 hours and 23 minutes. And we will be driving a Kenworth 900 Studio Sleeper. Very nice. Okay, well, Let's just get out on the road and then we'll talk some more. Boom. Sip of beer. Also, I like to drink beer when I'm playing American Truck. I do not condone drinking and driving. Just saying. Don't do that. That's stupid. We're playing games here. We're relaxing, you know? Okay. As you see, my Track IR go crazy. So yes, I'm playing with Track IR. More on how I like to play and what kind of equipment I'm using once we get out on the road. Let's get this truck started up. Oh boy, that is an ugly color, eh? Look at that. It's like puke green or something. Phew. Okay, now I'm switching the display in the center there by pressing the I key. I like to see my speedometer, digital speedometer. You know, you don't want to get caught speeding, especially early game, because you know, it cuts into your bottom line, and you know, we can't have that. So yeah. All right, we're gonna start in third gear. We don't have a terribly heavy load, so I think third gear should be all right. Now, before we pull out, how are we getting out of here? It should just be a left. But we don't want to clip that trailer. That could be tricky. What do we got on our right? We could go around to the right, but there's a trailer there too. Okay, we're gonna. I mean, we're driving an articulated trailer here. Look at, we can't even get out. Can't even get out. Hold on a second. Okay, wait. I wanna have a look at this thing. You can switch your view by pressing 2. 1 and 2. 2's outside view, and 1 is your inside the cab view. Look at this. Look at this. This is cool. We're never gonna make that turn. I'm not sure how we're supposed to get this out of here, but I guess we'll see. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna, good thing this ain't my truck. Just put a mark on that nice chrome bumper there. Oh boy, that is not gonna come out of there. Oh. Ski. You can almost hear the metal scraping there, eh? Like, or maybe it's not scraping. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not familiar with these trailers. Okay, so we're gonna be going left when we come out of here. Oh, look at that. Look at that in the mirror, eh? That is so cool. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's anything coming. I can't really see. Wow-wee. Okay, we just got out of there unscathed. Okay. So already you can see that this game is challenging. You know, it's not easy to maneuver big rigs around. I mean, you know, that's a thing. That's why the people that do this are professionals, you know. Okay, so we're out on the road. So, American Truck. You know, I think the thing that I like the most about this game is it's just, well, like a lot of sim games, it's relaxing to play, right? It's not all intense. You're not playing against other people. You know, it's not kill or be killed. You know, it can keeps your frustration levels down. You know, you can just relax, have a beer if you're old enough to drink, and you know, just enjoy some gaming. If you're anything like me, you know, you come home from work or from school, and sometimes you want to have a game, but you don't want to be intense. You know, like your Call of Duties and your Battlefields, very highly competitive. And I mean, you know, there are people out there that are just so good at these games that, you know, if you're having an off day or whatever, you're just not going to have a fun time, you know? And American Truck doesn't have that problem. You get your frustrations. Sometimes it's really hard to park the trailer, or it's, you know, AI traffic seems to be out to get you, you know? I mean, these things happen, but it's not like, not ridiculously intense, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that's a good thing sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just want to relax, right? And that's what I love about this game anyway. And I have to give kudos to SCS, because when you think about it, I mean, if you're like me, you weren't sure about American Truck before you ever played it. You're thinking, like, how could this even be any fun? A trucking game, seriously, you know? But it is. And from the point of view of a software developer like SCS, they're taking a chance. They're taking a huge chance releasing this game without, like, you know, without knowing if it's going to take off or not, if anyone's even going to like it, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I think it was, a ballsy move, for lack of a better term, on their part, and they nailed it. I mean, this is, keeping in mind this is the kind of third installment in a series. There's Euro Truck 2, and American Truck, the latest. So we're talking when they made Euro Truck, the original, they were taking a chance, but I think these games, they're really quite popular now, and I'm pretty sure it's for the reasons that I'm talking about. They're just fun to play, and they're relaxing to play. I mean, you saw there how challenging it can be. Maneuvering a big rig around in the city is no easy thing to do. And it also, it has depth to it, right? Like we sort of touched on how it's sort of got RPG elements built into it, and sort of like, I guess, like company building elements, right? Because you have, your short-term goal, of course, is to buy your own truck. And then next, then you're looking forward and you're thinking, okay, well, I'd like to build my fleet now. I need some employees and some more trucks. And then once you've done that, then you're looking forward even further and you're thinking, okay, well, now I can open additional shops in different cities and build the fleet even bigger, just become like a real transport mogul kind of thing, And so it gives you a reason to keep coming back and playing, because you're always building on what you've done previously, and there's really no limit to it. I think, as far as I know, it just keeps going and going. Like, so I tried to avoid calling this series a playthrough, because I don't know that there's really any kind of end game, so yeah, you just keep plugging away at it, and it's the kind of game where I played Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is also really good. And it looks this good too. I mean, these graphics, they're pretty good. They're nice. And Euro Truck 2, it basically uses the same engine, but a much bigger map, right? Like, man, you can go all over Europe. It's really cool too. But the reason that I favor American Truck is because I'm Canadian. I live in North America, and these are the kind of trucks that I see around here. So it's just a little more familiar to me in that regard. Oh, that's a stop sign. Justice, look out, buddy. Okay, now here's an odd thing. It had me get off the highway. Are we transferring onto another highway? Is that what's going on? Get off the highway only to get back onto the highway. I'm not sure what that's about. Was that not the highway we got off of? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention because I'm talking. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine. No big rush. I mean, there are delivery deadlines, but that's not the kind of thing that's gonna break our deadline here in any way. That's for sure. So I guess we'll just get back on the highway. Man, this double trailer. I did not expect to be pulling a double trailer in my first Let's Play episode. I was gonna talk a bit about the update and all that, and it's just bang, we get right into it. So fantastic. Excuse me one second here. Sorry about that. So yeah, so American Truck. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was how awesome SCS Software is. I mean, hey, look, a drink, ride, lose. Look at that. You see? We were just talking about how I don't know. Oh, I'm drinking beer right now while driving, but I do not condone that. And then there's the sign. Wow. All the stars are lined up today, man. I tell ya. Yeah, anyway. Speaking of drinking and driving, sip a beer. Hold that thought. Okay, so I'm not affiliated with SCS Software in any way. You buy a copy of this game, it doesn't benefit me monetarily in any way, that's for sure. But I think they're doing an awesome job, man. And here's the thing, okay? What we're doing right now is a Let's Play of American Truck from the very beginning. Now, keeping in mind that American Truck has been out for about 1.5 years. So why the hell would I do a Let's Play of a game that's been out? There's a bazillion of them out there, right? Well, yeah, but that's the thing. If you're new to American Truck and you're thinking about it, and you Google Let's Play American Truck Simulator, what you're going to get is a bunch of YouTubers doing Let's Play videos of the game when it first came out, and it's really changed quite a bit since then, because SCS are just, they're always making improvements and listening to the community. They're really good. You know, for example, since it's come out, there have been new states added, new trucks added, and they've reworked the road system. I believe it was even the community who said, hey, there's something a bit funny, a bit off about the road systems. That seems a bit compressed or condensed, you know. And SCS listened, man, and they fixed it. They tweaked it, you know. So they're just awesome, man. And all this for free. Now there are DLCs that you can buy. There's I know for a fact there's the heavy cargo pack. I don't know how much it is. I don't have it. But that's a paid DLC. But like things like the update right now you can pull articulated trailers. You couldn't do that, and they did that for us for free because the community wanted it. So I mean, awesome, right? So anyway, and that's why we're doing this Let's Play now, because it's changed quite a bit, and you know, now you can see it in all its glory. Right now, if you went to Steam or whatever to buy this because you don't have it, this is what you see is what you're going to get out of the box, so to speak. So, you know, that's that. Okay, so anyway, let's just take a minute here to make sure we're going the right way. I'm following the GPS there, just faithfully following it off the highway and on the highway and all that stuff. But if in case you're not familiar with American Truck and you're wondering how the hell I know where I'm going, it's a GPS right there. Yeah, so. Okay, so anyway, a little bit about how I'm playing it. I'm not using a heck of a lot. Obviously, I'm using a Track IR, and I'm using a PS3 controller. You know, now you don't need any of this stuff. You can play it with the keyboard, for example. I really don't know how well that's going to go for you. I don't imagine that working out too well. But the reason why I bring it up is because, I mean, like I said, I'm using a dirty old PS3 controller, man. I mean, who doesn't have an old PS3 or an old Xbox controller kicking around? Right, and it works really good. I mean, some guys have, you know, wheels and shifters and pedals and everything else, and you can spend hundreds of dollars on this stuff. And if you have them, and you do it, good for you, man. Awesome. Certainly, I'd like to play it like that, but I don't have that kind of money. You know what I mean? So I use what I've got lying around, and the controller works really well. I mean, look at, you know, it's smooth, you know, and it's kind of intuitive. And it takes some trial and error to get it set up in a way that works good, but I'm going to talk about all of that. I'm going to tell you how I have it set up and all of that, if not in this episode, certainly in the next one. Because the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that I'm using a Track IR. Now, I know there are some of you out there who are not familiar with what a Track IR is, because I myself have friends who are avid PC gamers who have no idea what it is. But I mean, it's kind of specific to the sim gaming community, I guess. Because, you know, but you'd be surprised how many games support Track IR, man, whether they're driving games, flying games. And it's handy to have. I think it really adds some playability to the game. It just makes it easier to be able to, like, look in, here, we can just center that up and check your mirrors and stuff like that, or check both ways before crossing an intersection, and look into your turns when you're turning and stuff like that. I think it just, yeah, adds playability, adds some immersiveness, and all it is really, if you're not familiar, it's just a infrared sensitive camera, and some infrared LED, a little clip that you clip onto your headset. That's it. And there are videos out there of guys who have made their own. So like because I mean, a Track IR might cost you a couple $100s. I've had mine for a few years, and I swear by it. Highly recommend it. But I bought it from the manufacturers at Natural Point. Natural Point is what they're called, yes. And I'm pretty sure I spent about $200 on the whole kit. And that's a lot of money, man. If you're like me, gaming's a hobby, but you know, that's some expendable income there, you know, like, geez, not all of us have that. So you can make your own. There are videos out there on how to make your own if you're willing to put the effort in. when I first started, I actually made one. It's just a really basic one, and it worked. It worked pretty good. It was light sensitive. Like I really had to, like a true gaming nerd, I really had to sit in the dark in order for it to work properly. It worked on my webcam, and I just, um, made it with some LEDs that I found, and little solder here, a little electrical tape there, and there you go. But it was kind of a pain in the butt to use. I have to say that buying the actual track IR was way easier and just saved me a lot of headaches, and like I said, I've had it for years. I love it. I do. So yeah, track IR, man, it's pretty cool. And I play flying games and stuff like that too, and so it's invaluable, really. And I mean, it even works for games you wouldn't expect. Like I'm a sim gamer. Well, I play other games too, but I really like sim gaming to relax, and so I play things like farm sim. Farm sim, it works for farm sim, man. Operating heavy equipment with a track IR is very helpful. You can see much easier what you're doing, at least when you're playing from the cabin view, So, yeah, definitely look into that if you don't have one already. Hold that thought, sip a beer. Okay, but you're not interested in making one, you're not very handy, you don't have the money to buy one, you don't need it. Now this game is loaded with options to help to make it sort of enjoyable for everyone, no matter what you have. Even like your machine. If you got a kind of a slow machine, that's okay, man. Yeah, we're playing on ultra high graphics, but you can turn it down. There's a lot of customization options there for you, so that you can enjoy it. And as far as the track IR thing, like I was trying to say before I got sidetracked about graphics and stuff, is that you can set options so that your view pans a bit when you turn the steering wheel, or when you turn your signal lights on. And you can also, by hitting the F2 key, you can bring up your mirrors here. I'll show you in the corners of your screen, right? So like this, so like that. So if you don't have a track IR, it's okay. It's okay, man. You can still just play with the settings a little bit and get it set up the way that you like, and not a problem. So another great thing about this game, it's just really made to be accessible for everyone. If you're from avid sim gamers with all the peripherals to people who just just don't have all that stuff, man, it's okay. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about using the controller with this game and all of that, but it looks like, if you see on our GPS there, we are coming up to our drop-off point already. This was a relatively short job, so I think I'm going to save that conversation for episode 2, and we're going to focus on getting this cargo delivered undamaged, and yeah, collect our money and our experience points. Because that's what it's all about, my friends. That's what we're doing this for. So, here we go. Oh yes, and I have never... This trailer's heavy too, look at that. Look at us losing momentum on this hill. Oh, yeah. So, I have no idea what's going to happen when I have to park this thing. One of the things I was thinking when I started making this... when I thought about making the series was, I thought, well, at least I have some experience. You're not going to be watching a total rookie fumbling through the game, right? Well, maybe you will be, to some extent. But anyways, I'm gonna get pretty quiet at this point, because this is gonna require a certain level of concentration here. Hopefully, they go easy on me with where I have to park it. We will see. Let's pull in here. It looks like it's at the back. Look at how long that is. That's what she said. No, none of that cheesy stuff. Justice, come on. None of that. If you heard that, I apologize. Oh, that is one hard sign. Wow. Again, good thing this isn't my truck. I was just trying to go wide through here because I don't want to clip these poles here, like it's bad pole placement, guys, like really. Did I need to go that wide? Sort of. I mean, look at how close the curb is coming to our trailers. Anyway, the fact that I had to say trailers plural. Jeez. Okay. Here we go. This should be interesting. I said about cursing. You might hear a lot of cursing now, because I have no idea how to back up a trailer like this. Oh, can I just drive right in there, please? It looks like I can. Oh, thank you. Thank you, American Truck. Don't make me look like a fool on the very first episode. That's my job. You don't need to help me with that. Okay. Okay, fantastic, man. This is great. Now, as you can see, you can skip all of this. You can just hit enter and be done with it. But I don't like to do that because, you know, we're playing a simulator here. How easy was that? That was fantastic. Awesome. So, that's it, man. Our first job done. And a double trailer. That is fantastic. Fantastic. So, yeah, there goes our XP. Oh, level 1 newbie. Oh, yeah, baby. So, yeah, so here we do. We did excellent. You're not always going to do excellent. Sometimes, you know, things just go wrong, man. But that's what you want. I mean, you don't want to be too easy. You know, we're talking about how relaxing this game is. Well, yeah, okay, but there's got to be some challenge to it, right? And so, yeah, just a breakdown here. It took 5 hours, 40 gallons. You know, $6,500, $395 plus the 25 for parking the trailer. Yeah, boom. So now we're gonna see a little bit about the sort of RPG aspect that I was talking about, or likeness to an RPG. So you see, we've got 1 skill point, and you have all these things you can add to your license. This will unlock various types of cargo. Long distance. This will allow you to haul longer and longer distances, and get higher and higher rewards as you unlock the ranks. Same with high value and fragile cargo. Works sort of the same way. Once you unlock one, then you can haul that type of cargo, and then with every successive one, you see your rewards for hauling that type of cargo go up. I think the fragile cargo is the same thing. Just-in-time delivery. I haven't really messed around with this. I like to go sort of long haul type of truck driver. Again, I play this game to relax, so you know, out on the highway, cruising, sipping my beer, that's sort of my thing. So I don't do these just-in-time things. And then fuel economy, I just never got far enough to start filling this up because, I mean, there's just so much to fill up here. So anyway, what we're gonna do for the sake of making as much money as quickly as we possibly can, we're gonna go long distance for our first level up. Because these will give us slightly longer jobs that pay a bit more. You may want to go the route of unlocking some cargo types. That's another option as well. But as I said, I kind of like to play as a long haul driver. So the very first thing we're going to do is fill one of these squares in. Bang. Right. That's it. First job complete. Now we have some email here, as you can see. So let's have a look at that before we call it an episode. Okay. And this is other things that we're going to get into. You can borrow money. You can borrow money from the bank to help finance things like buying your first truck. And in this case, we could take a loan right now and buy our own truck. But the thing is that the interest rate is high, and then we're going to be working pretty hard just to pay off that very first loan. And not only that, but this is a Let's Play video sort of showcasing the game, so I would like to do just a few more jobs for other people so that we can see some of the other trucks, right? And then we'll go ahead and buy our own truck and get into all of that. Now here's the other thing. Obviously, we must have discovered a Kenworth dealership. Oddly, you can't buy a truck from a dealership until you've discovered the dealership, until you've driven past it, or at least driven, I think, through the city or town that it is located in. Yeah, I find that strange. You know, but that's how the game works. So, and just to show you quickly here, you can click on the bank, you see, and then this is as much as they're going to allow us to borrow 130,000. That's more than enough to buy our own truck. But like I said, for the sake of these videos, I'd like to, you know, have a look at some of the other trucks first, and then And then we'll go ahead and get into that. So that is it for our very first episode. Thank you for joining me, and episode 2 coming up very shortly. I will see you then.